Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. I felt like it was time to provide an update. It's way overdue for you guys and also for myself because I've been recording this journey ever since I started the prerequisites and thought of going on this journey period. So what have I been up to? If you've watched my last video, you know that I have been looking for a job since I passed the NCLEX and or even prior to me passing the NCLEX. When I graduated, I started applying for jobs. I knew that as an associate's degree holder, that it would be hard for me, especially in California. When they say that there's a nursing shortage, they don't really mean Northern California. They mean certain parts of the United States, maybe even the world, not sure, but not in Northern California. There isn't a nursing shortage. So if you are going to nursing school here, just be prepared for a lot of competition, a long wait, and I'll make another video about that struggle. But I applied to places 30 miles out, 100 miles out, and didn't even receive a call until one day. I just had the inclination to reach out to one of the managers for one of the hospitals I did my clinicals on. From what I knew from someone who worked there and was also a nursing student with me, she was a CNA working there and going to nursing school. I asked her, what was the employment situation like at this hospital, and they had been hit by COVID and had been short-staffed, and a lot of their surgeries were canceled, and so they didn't require a lot of staff on grounds. Fast forward a few weeks, they ended up getting hit by COVID even harder. A few employees died. Not a whole lot, but like two, and two is too much. Even one is too much. But they ended up needing the help of other hospitals as well. But I had asked her how her manager was, and she told me that he was an easygoing guy. I remember seeing him on the floor when I was doing my clinicals as well. So I decided to take a shot and send him an email and express my interest in working for him, and also told him I did my clinicals there and how much I love the patient population there, and as well as the hospital's mission and value statement and all that. And I sent him a copy of my resume. I heard back immediately, and he said, I'm going to congratulations on getting your NCLEX. I'm going to have a meeting with my hiring team this afternoon, and I will express your interest with them and working for us with them. And so, I had some hope there. That was a really good thing to hear after sending out more than 200 applications. Like, it was just ridiculous. I sent it out to a lot of hospitals, a lot of new grad, not a whole lot of new grad positions, but a few that I saw because there aren't a lot of new grad positions here. Even applied to a new grad residency here, and they get well over 1,000 applications because it's like the only new grad residency in my city. And didn't get in there, or just started to lose hope. People were getting calls. They were posting on allnurses.com that they were getting interviews and accepted a position, and time was going by, and it was just hopeless. My application would make it all the way up to hiring manager review at some hospitals, but then suddenly hiring manager did not select. It would be the status, or I just would not hear back. And so a week later, I don't know if you guys remember, but I had applied for a student nurse position at that same hospital for the manager that I sent the email to. And I went through orientation, but then they didn't schedule us to work because COVID hit their hospital hard, and they became short-staffed and the surgeries were canceled. So they held off on that. But then a week later, I got a call from Human Resources, and I figured that the manager had something to do with it when I sent him an email. But they called to ask if I would be wanting to come in or schedule to work for the nursing position. But then I told them that can I still work in this position even though I'm licensed now? And she said, "Oh, I'm sorry, you can't be. Let me call you back." And I guess she talked to the manager that I had contacted, and lo and behold, she asked if I would be interested in being a resource nurse, just helping other nurses that were in COVID rooms, not actually going into the room, but actually grabbing the things that they need, maybe making assessments on some patients when they're short staffed, gowning up for that, things like that. And I said, yeah, I'd be interested. So she put my application into this pool for that. And then next thing I know, I get a call a day later saying, actually, it would be for resource nurse, but in October, we're going to open our residency back up, and we'll just put you in the nurse residency at that time after you're done with the being a resource nurse. And I was like, yeah, I'm still interested. And so they put me they put my application through for that position, and sent me a link to interview. And I interviewed. It was like a 8-question online interview that was extremely basic. I prepared so much for it, but it was basic, like, why do you want to work here? Name two things that people assume about you that isn't correct. It was just really basic, and I was really holding on to faith about that. I didn't hear back for a while, and in the meantime, I had started applying to skilled nursing facilities because I didn't want my nursing skills to disappear on me, and got an interview with that. Went to an interview for a skilled nursing facility and got hired on the spot. Of course, they let me know that the nurse to patient ratio was 20 people, but that they had a good training program, and so I went for it. The management seemed like they were let the nurses have autonomy over what they're doing because they know what they're doing, and that they're in the background for support. And next thing I know, I get a call the day after I had accepted the position for the skilled nursing facility. I get a call from the hospital telling me that I got the position. So I am in a nurse residency program with one of the hospitals that I did clinicals with. It's about 30 minutes away, and I went through orientation, a week of orientation, August 10th, and then I was on the floor after that. So I am in the on the med-surg unit, and so far, it's been rough. First of all, transitioning to working to 12-hour days, my feet were killing me, and on most days they are, but I have since picked up a better pair of shoes, and they're doing me some justice right now, and I could do a video on the types of shoes nurses wear and how to be comfortable all day, so I'll do a video on that. But anyway, I'm on the med-surg unit. I have a preceptor that I'm with most of the time, but for a lot of my schedule, I mean, not a lot of my schedule, but some of my schedule, I'm with other people. I had picked to work on a day shift. I'm not sure if I will have the day shift when I'm done with this residency. This residency was supposed to be 12 weeks, and it wasn't even supposed to happen. That's the thing. They weren't going to have the residency this year, but they found themselves in a position to where they needed to reactivate it. I wasn't put in a position of being a resource nurse. They just put me and a few others on through to the residency program. So there were 10 of us in this residency program, some of which were in my nursing cohort. There's about 3 other girls besides me that I know, and it's been overwhelming. it's been fulfilling. It's been painful on my feet, and it's also very eye-opening because for me, I feel incompetent a lot of the time, but I know it's expected. Um, my next shift will be my 6th day on the floor. I work 3 days a week, and it is nice pay, I must say, but very blessed and fortunate to have found a job, especially in an acute care facility right out of an ADN program, or even right out of nursing school, period, when I know that there are other students out there struggling to find a job right now. A lot of the other people in our cohort haven't found a job. They refuse to go to a skilled nursing facility. I know that skilled nursing facilities have a bad rap, but in my opinion, I was willing to accept a position just to get some experience, than to sit there and let time pass me by. But that is a personal decision that everybody has to come to and make. So I accepted this position, and med-surg is no, like, don't sleep on med-surg. I know it's not as glamorous as every nursing student thinks ICU is, or ER, or L&D, but med-surg is really a plethora of different things. Like, I've encountered so many different conditions already, and I've only been on the floor 5 days. Much like nursing school, for the past 2 days, my preceptor let me be on my own. So I've had up to 5, sometimes 6 patients, and I've been getting the hang of passing the meds when they're due, getting my assessments in, charting. I am behind most of the time because I'm still learning, but my preceptor stresses to me that the important part is that you get it done. It's not important that you get things done by 10 or 11 or get it charted all in. It's important that you are getting it done so that the next shift isn't overwhelmed. And she's very proud of me. She's very encouraging, and I love that about her. Makes me feel like I can actually do this. But one thing I'd like to get the hang of is getting a grasp on what is actually going on with all of my patients. At a surface level, I know what's going on, but like, I can't give you a good report at the end, because like, things are just constantly going on, and I assume that that's the way that day shift is different from night shift. Day shift, you got orders coming at you left and right, meds being discontinued left and right, plans of care being initiated that you have to remain on top of at all times, and the doctor just might want to order this new procedure, this new lab, and you also have to keep on top of your labs as well. That's important too. So I am in the process of learning. What was supposed to be a 12-week program has been reduced to an 8-week program for us, I guess because all of us have had experience at that facility, so they kind of cut down the time for it because of to account for us already knowing their system and their charting system and all that, and our way around the hospital. But yeah, so far that's what I've been dealing with. I did have a preceptor that wasn't exactly nice. She knew her stuff, but she was the epitome of nurses eat their young, and I really wish I would have handled that situation different, but I'm glad I handled it the way that I did, without anger. But anyway, that's a story for another video. So that is the update. I have a position. I am officially a nurse, actually working in a nurse position on a med-surg floor, and I'm interested in seeing where this journey leads me. I am also in a bachelor's degree program, so this is really going to be interesting to see how I'm balancing learning this new job as well as completing all my classes, because it is a full load, to see that finish line in May of 2021 and graduate with my bachelor's in hand. But we'll see how it goes, and I hope to update you guys again or keep updating you guys continuously. I know I haven't been doing a good job of that. Life does get in the way. But anyway, thank you for watching this update, and please be on the lookout for more to come. I hope you all have been doing well and pursuing your goals and doing the best you can. Anyway, I'll see you on the next video. Bye.